What's going on, guys? Just leaving the gym. Wanted to get on here real quick and talk to you about how to win friends and influence people and why that is so important in the world of sales, no matter what type of business you are in. And how, a little story from today that actually personally happened to me, how you can use it. And we will touch on the book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, in this, but this is not like a book review or anything. So sorry, I just got throwing a frisbee. We're gonna walk this way, playing some disc golf in the park here. But yeah, it really pays. It's gonna pay you in your life to learn how to win friends and influence people. And I had this big meeting today with a potential client that looks like they're gonna be a client, and it's a big contract. Basically, my company is going to be producing content for them for the next 6 months for a large sum of money per month, which is great, right? That's what we do. Not a surprise there. But what's really interesting is how the sale was closed. The owner is about 70 years old, so he really can't be bullshitted, which we don't do that anyway, but I'm just saying, he wants to know every little nook and cranny, dollar sign. But what turned out to be key was, knowing how to win friends and influence people. And in this particular example, we sat down with the guy, and just to fast forward, when we got out of the meeting an hour and a half later, my wife picked me up and asked how it went. And shoot, this thing ain't already going dead, has it? Okay. Asked me how the meeting went. And I told her, I said, well, it went really, really well. I basically closed that deal super easy, and she asked how I did it. What did I say? And the truth is, guys, this is what I said. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Something that I did learn from Dale Carnegie is people will interpret you as a good conversationalist, someone good to talk to, whenever you're not talking. They might even walk away from the meeting saying, man, he was really good in conversation. I enjoyed our conversation. When in essence, you let them talk. There's a couple of different things that go into play there. Number one, I got to learn what this man's real motivation was. What is really important to him? What is his and his company's goals with creating this content? That gave me better insight for whenever it was time for me to talk. I knew exactly how to sell him and what to sell him. The other thing too is this guy's got a lot of experience. I can learn a lot from him. Even if this meeting doesn't get a deal closed, I'm going to walk away with more than I had than I walked in, whether it be knowledge or money or both. And so that was number two. And number three, believe it or not, people like their ego stroked a little bit. So even if it's not you being completely silent the whole time, ask questions, okay? It shows, number one, that you're interested in them and their business. Or if you're not, doing B2B, business to business, and you're doing B2C, it shows that you're actually interested in them and not just making a quick buck, right? And some of the things that I did tell him whenever it was time for me to talk was, listen, we'll call him Matthew, Mr. Matthew, because that's not his real name. I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever I start working with a company, I go all in. And I actually feel like I'm part of the company. I know I don't work for you, like I'm not an employee, but I kind of like put myself in the position where I feel like I do work for the company, and I'm hyper competitive. So I want to see you doing better than your competition in my area of expertise. So that's one thing. I mean, that's going to get somebody pretty excited about working with you when you tell them that, hey, you're basically getting another employee that's going to work harder because there's accountability. I'm not getting a steady paycheck. My paycheck is based off performance. If my product that I'm selling you is not working well, you're going to stop paying for the product. Simple as that. And it makes me a better entrepreneur and performer because, like I said, it's based on performance and not just getting a steady paycheck, because a lot of times people can ride the clock for a pretty good while before the boss realizes you ain't doing shit or your stuff is not producing results. And what I really try to do in those types of meetings is I try to gauge the interest of that person. Number one, it's just more fun when you learn about somebody else. I already know all about me. I already know about everything I can do. Why am I going to sit there and repeat that over and over and over? I'd rather learn about the person, the client, the potential customer, and see if we're even a good fit. And that goes a long way too, guys. If you're not a good fit for them, just tell them. It's okay. They'll respect you for it. And on top of that, we're going to cross the street here. And on top of that, they'll recommend you to one of their other wealthy business owner friends and say, yeah, had a meeting with the guy, but turned out not to be a good fit, but I think he would work well with you guys. And so honesty goes a long way. Authenticity goes a long way. And talking about authenticity, I'll tell you this. Show up to this meeting today, right? And my wife needed to go to the town we were going to. So she drove me there. It's a busy, busy park. She drove me there. And when we got there, right before I got out of the car, she was like, so what is this meeting about? And I was like, I have no idea. Because my business partner set it up. And he didn't really know what it was about. We just knew they wanted to meet with us about doing some content for their company. And we do so many things. We produce podcasts for people. We do just one-off commercials. We do like batches of reels for social media. We do documentaries for different organizations and companies. I mean, I really didn't even know what they were going to ask us. And so I went in there with no intentions, no motivations, no agendas, and just kind of went in. And I didn't talk for the first 20 minutes or so. But, you know, I do believe that God will reveal to you when it's your time to talk and what to say. And he did that. There, at one point, me and my partner are sitting there, my business partner, and the guy says, okay, so explain to me what y'all do. And at that very moment, my business partner just looked at me, right? Because I am kind of the brain of the operation. My business partner is like a really good business person, good at networking, all that good stuff. He's a chief operator of a way bigger company than ours. And so when it came time to actually talk about what we do and what we offer, the ball was in my court. And it didn't take me long to just kind of really lay it out in simple terms, what we can offer, and based on what they needed, how that would go down, presented what they would get from it very quickly. He was very happy. And towards the end of the conversation, once the business was done, there was a moment where this business owner wanted to talk about a little bit of personal interest. And so we did that. A topic came up. I'm not going to tell you what kind of topic it was, but it was just like cultural. And, I started asking him questions about it. And he was very knowledgeable in that area. And he was passionate about talking about it. So not only did we get all the business stuff wrapped up and contract almost signed, basically said, yeah, we want to move forward, send us the contract, I'll look over it, and then send it back to you. Not only did that happen, but we also just became good friends. And so that's my short spiel on how to win friends and influence people. I would encourage you guys to check out the book by Dale Carnegie. It truly changed my life, and have a good day. Peace.